Hello there. This is going to be the dumbest introduction possible, so I'm probably just going to admit it. I am here to show you how to chain your own Shiny Eevee on Pokemon X or Y. Now, before we begin, just take a brief glance at my credentials, which really, to be honest, aren't that great. But here's a Shiny Cursola, Smeargle, Squirrel, Starmie, Victory Bell, Dodrio, Floatzel, Noctowl, Pokerus, Shiny, I'm not going to try to pronounce that guy because I don't even care about that Pokemon. Shiny Torkoal, Zorok, Sylveon, my new addition, Shiny Eevee, which I just recently changed. So to give you some insight into my chaining prowess, Relicanth, Lose, Love Disc, Ursaring, not sure if I'm forgetting anyone else, like Dodrio. Oh, Charizard. I forgot about that. Anyway, so the most important thing that you're going to want to do is to prepare yourself for this this chain sequence, and you need a plethora of repels. In this case, I have 396. It took me almost 150 to chain an Eevee, so make sure you're well equipped with super repels. If you need money, you can always just harvest from the Elite Four or through the Cafe Lo Wow in Lumio City. Next, you want to be stocked up on Pokeballs. Ultra Balls you really can't fail with, but I like to use Pokeballs that apparently are not sold in the shop, so let's not go anymore. So we are going to, let me just put in my Eevee real quick. Also, no, I need you, sorry Eevee. Not a lack of commentary, but just, it's a little awkward, sitting so close to somebody else and have them not even say a word. Anyway, I'm bringing my Snorlax along because it has Yawn, and because a Pokemon that's asleep has a pretty high catch rate. So first, we're going to fly to the city that I'm already in. Yeah. First, we're going to fly over here to Silage, whatever city this is, and then because I'm already there, I'm not going to fly there again and show you that shitty animation. So let's get this started. First, you're going to ride your bike or your skates, or pretty much just traverse over towards the... This is a little bit hard to do when I'm playing at a weird angle. These yellow flower patches that hold the Eevee. I usually like to stay right here in this corner just because it's nostalgic for me. I've always found my Eevees via this patch. So you're going to save the games, and then you're going to activate your Pokeradar. Now, if you, if you're unable to remember where your Pokeradar is, oh look, an Eevee. Wow, that's pretty lucky. Well, anyway, you might want to deselect your other registered items in case your finger slips and you like choose your rod or something, or your bicycle and break the chain, because riding your bicycle, activating your rolling blades, and I think that's the only things that you can do on the map that breaks your chain, aside from leaving the area. So first we're going to kill the Eevee, and let's hope that the bushes around us shake, because we cannot chain the Eevee here. It's not possible. So, well, maybe it is, but there you go. They're shaking. So next we're going to build the Pokeradar again. Let's build up to 50. Hello, Bryce.
Hello.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I don't feel that awkward anymore. So, after our Pokeradar has been reset back to 50, we're going to walk carefully into this little patch of grass over here. Activate it again. It's shaking. We are in good spirits, so let's reset it to 50 again. Back and forth. This is actually probably the easiest part of the chaining process. Getting to where you need to chain the Eevee properly. Because after you get there, it's pretty difficult to maintain the chain. I'll get to that in a moment. So first, let's continue moving up. so shakingly. Make sure the Pokeradar music is always present, because if it fades away, it means your chain broke. So I turned mine up a little bit so you can still hear it. You want to reset your Pokeradar again. I like to soft reset. No, I'm sorry. I like to reset the radar right here, because it usually makes them pop up on the other end of this brick of the stone wall here, which it didn't do. But anyway, from this point we can safely make the trip up north to yonder patch. So these are shaking. We're good to go, but this is not the place where we want to chain at. And unfortunately, there aren't really a lot of good patches to chain shinies. I mean, in this particular route. But fortunately, we can get around it. This is where you need to be, right here. Good. The places where you're going to want to reset your Pokeradar are going to be right here in this spot, or this spot. Never in the middle, just on the right or the left. And you're always going to want to go for the bushes that are shaking in the opposing direction of where you're standing in relation to both of the preset Pokeradar spots. Like, for instance, I mean, if I were to reset the radar right here, then I want to get a patch of grass that is 4 spaces to my left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and either 1 north or 1 south. These are the absolute safest patches that you can go to. For the most part, they will not break your chain, as it's still possible, but it's incredibly unlikely. Vice versa, if you're right here, you would go 4 spaces to the right and go 1 up or 1 down. So you would still be surrounded completely by grass. So the potentiality to break your chain will not be that high, because you're surrounded by grass. So, but granted, there are other safe places you can go, but this is just absolutely foolproof. It just takes a while. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. It's like, that patch of grass was not shaking that heavily, so we're going to totally ignore it. This part may take a while, and this is where all the repels come in. And like, chaining an Eevee is definitely possible. It just takes considerably longer amount of time as opposed to other shinies. And I've been resetting on those 2 patches for days, and I've never seen it. I mean, I've never seen the chain broken, because the shaking patches have fallen onto some sort of off-palette, non-bush palleted tile or something. So it's like, this bush over here would be safe, but it's not necessarily worth it because you're surrounded by rocks. But I just want to prove a point here. Let me see. As you can see, none of these are desirable patches, and this is also, of course, contributing to the long time it takes to change shiny Eevees because of this. But it's definitely foolproof. Anyone can do this. It's like, this one's probably safe, but I don't trust it anyway, just for video purposes. Don't trust those patches either. Although normally I would go for some of the patches that are shaking closer to me, because the chain's barely begun and I can always reset it over and over again. But I just want to show you an example of what I'm talking about, with the patches being 4 spaces away from you, and then 1 up and 1 down. Because they do happen, they're not that frequent, but I am not lying to you guys. Perfect, right there. Take it. It is 99% of the time, it's going to be your Eevee. And then you just Dragon Claw the shit out of it. Eevee fainted. What else was it expecting? Got away safely. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried for a moment there. And so then you so then you just continue resetting along these patches here. Let's see if I I might just post a full video of me chaining a Shiny Eevee later on today, if time permits, if I'm able to, because this takes quite some time. Sometimes I can get a Shiny Eevee within an hour, and other times it takes as long as 2 hours. See, those are all duds. Can't break my, no you can't break my pokey chain. Nope. Also, you really want to make sure the patches are violently shaking. You know, you don't want anything like that one right there in the corner, but it's still not desirable because it's on the edge. So please avoid patches on the edge. You don't want those either. I like how speech impediment. I love how cooperative this game is being for me right now. It's like the game wants to label me a liar. Well, I'm not lying, I'm a tiger. Well, in the meantime, please listen to this musical number by my roommate. Well, in the meantime, please listen to this musical number sung by my roommate.
I just hold the camera. I'm not going to sing for you, Pena.
Beach, yeah. So, did you hear the one about the goldfish that went bankrupt? There you go, bam. That's what you need. Shiny Eevee. If it's not, I'd be so... Oh, see? I'm confident in my abilities. Now, I'm just going to Dragon Claw the shit out of this thing. And then, hopefully you found this video helpful. And...
Dragon Claw!
That's a wrap, I guess. End it, please.